each generation improves upon it in some way. Like, for instance, it was my great-grandmother who added heat. What did you add, Sophia? A mouthful of wine.
Thing. If you want to send us a gift, we're registered at Jordan Marsh. What are you doing? Sending out the invitations for Sophia's wedding.
Oh, well, listen, forget about that. I was outside of town when I said, honey, why? They don't even have a football team. He answered by slipping a ring on my finger and proposing marriage. Well, I could not believe it. I just sat there for almost half an hour, just staring at that ring. Finally, I said, honey, this will not...
Was Macbeth for his spring production.
Oh, well, Jason said they were planning to do a musical, but the accordion player died. Besides, I think it's a much bigger challenge playing Lady Macbeth.
Oh, but Blanche, you don't have the part yet. You still have to audition.
Oh, honey, I did. Last night.
And that meant a lot to me. I spent a long time searching for someone exactly like Rose Nyland. I never found her. And now I know why. There's no one exactly like Rose Nyland.
Oh, buddy.
Charlie carried over.
I think. I don't get it. Neither does Rose. You mean you've been seeing him for over a month and you two haven't done it? He hasn't made one move. Of course, there was the time we were out to dinner and I thought he was coming on a little strong all of a sudden.
The final piece of the puzzle.
Oh, girls, it finally happened. The most wonderful thing happened to me at the drugstore today.
Oh, no. Dr. Scholl was there in person and I missed it.
Rose.
What happened? Charlie was here, in your body.
Really? If I'd known he was coming, I would have tied it up a bit.
Ma, you know, this is how Imelda Marcus got started with that shoe thing. Now, Ma, what is going on?
I don't know, it makes me feel good. In a strange way, shopping there makes you feel immortal.
I don't follow.
Let's say you buy 20 cases of sardines.
This better be...
Actually, we're divorced.
Oh, I'm terribly, terribly sorry. Love your shirt.
Nice and you get what you paid for. I also know the expression, there's a sucker born every minute. Ew, yes, I do know that expression, too.
Dorothy, that was the last contractor in the book.
I just don't kid.
There are variations.
You're a genius. All you people are brilliant. The Chinese invented pasta, you know. We take credit for it, but we just added oregano.
But all I can say at this point is...
Don't listen to her, Blanche.
You grow a beard, Dorothy. Believe me, I woke up one morning, I looked like Arafat.
Oh,
I never grew a beard. You never grew brains either.
Well, I tell you, menopause was wonderful for me.
regal and dignified and upscale. And 50% off. Dr. Rosenzweig over-ordered on the Vixen 3 model.
Blanche, are you sure you're not being a bit silly?
Why?
Let me tell you something. When I was a schoolgirl,
Sophia's out on bail awaiting her trial.
Well, if Dorothy had said it, you'd think it was brilliant. So, this is life on the outside. It's changed. You've all gotten so old.
Ma, knock it off. You were gone an hour. anyone's upset, it should be me.
I'll call if there's any change.
Come on, Dorothy, I'll take you home.
No, I'm not leaving.
Then we'll all stay.
No, you go.
Oh, no, we're not going anywhere.
I would rather be alone, please.
Are you sure, babe?
Would it be stupid to ask for a group hug before we leave?
Of course not.
Our relationship for this. I guess it's possible you were attracted to Stan. I mean, Lord knows I stayed with him for 38 years, but I think this time you could have resisted just in case it might have made a difference to me. And I think the thing that hurts me most of all, school would be easy.
Easy? It's impossible. I cannot pass that course. I just can't do it.
Listen, honey, if you're having such a problem, maybe you should talk to your teacher.
Oh, I can't do that. I'd be too embarrassed.
But that's what teachers are there for.
I know exactly how she feels. I used to be scared of my teachers, too.
Get out of here.
No, it's...
Bruno Bonafiglio.
Ma, I was asleep.
So was I. That's when it came to me. Picture this. Sicily, 1922. The village is in a terrible wine crisis. It's the peak of the wine season.
I'm fine. I'm just fine. There's nothing to be afraid of. These things happen every day. The main thing is nobody was hurt. We could have been here.
I start to cook. A few hours later, he comes back. He says he couldn't find a cab. We eat in silence. Halfway through, I look up, and he's got tears in his eyes. He tells me, this meal is like our marriage. The veal is like him, tough and stubborn.
Morning!
Morning. Dorothy, taste this.
Oh, Ma, that's wonderful.
Yeah, smells fine to me. I don't know why they're recalling it. The guy in the turban waving from the front seat of the Rolls Royce.
Sophia, those things are just silly.
The unexamined life is a life not worth living.
That's very deep.
And if you're into this stuff, very reasonable. It's $17.95 for that slogan, printed on a turban-shaped nightlight.
It'll just show kids how complicated life can be, and it does it on their terms.
I remember when I first read Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, it had a profound influence on me. 7 lonely men living in the woods, needing a woman.
Oh, Rose, you're such a good person. Many, many times I wished you were my daughter.
Ah, please.
And you, Dorothy, are a total disappointment. I can understand why Rose is dumping you as her bowling partner.
Rose is dumping Blanche. She is not dumping me.
I am so fed up with all of these people, I'm just ready to give up.
Dorothy, you can't give up. You're no quitter. Why, just think of the many times you have been dumped by a man. Did you quit dating? No, ma'am. You sank even lower, scraping the bottom of the barrel, facing
St. Olaf?
Boy, he is good.
Unusual knife.
Yeah. Cut the cake.
I recognize that. It's a rare Mayan.
St. Olaf, I'm looking for Sven Lindstrom.
He's right there.
Wow.
Sven, your father sent me. I was chosen to be your bride. I'm not leaving this house without you.
Wow.
Then they went out and got a real neighborhood nymphomaniac to play. But Susan said, she said, well, Rose is somebody I like a lot. She's kind of a character that I really love. And Jay...
I'm Vaxie, hotel security, nobody touch anything. You say no one was in the room but her and the victim?
That's right, sir.
He's dead, all right. Steak knife right through the heart.
That must be what killed him.
St. Olaf?
Rose Center.
Ma, how in the world did you get these?
Easy. I called Frank. I told you I had connections.
You know Frank Sinatra?
No, Frank Caravici. From the fish market. He's always been good to me. Never a bad piece of cod.
Something else until that 1 second before their accident, and their lives change. Hey, take a look at this guy in the baseball uniform. And I'm still basically that guy.
You certainly do have a nice place here.
Well, I took it because I spent so much time in Miami, and I do hate hotels.
Oh, yeah.
In the closet.
Angela has something she'd like to say.
So does Sophia. You to say this afternoon when we're interviewing new roommates. Oh, God, it'd be so much easier if she didn't have to meet you people.
Well, I hope you find somebody soon. You know, actually, you're going to need 2 new tenants.
I'm not living with you and Stan.
Yes, you are, Ma. I want you with us, and besides, you can't afford to live alone.
Blanche is letting...
I'm getting married. What do you think about that?
I think it's a mistake.
To wear all that makeup.
I know it's fast, but I just don't know when I'll find another like him. He just... Oh, girls, he makes me feel so good, so young, so happy.
Oh, Rose.
You know, your grandma feels real bad about everything. What do you say we forgive her?
You know, you remind me so much of your mom.
Well, talk to me. How are you? What's new? What's heaven like?
You know, everyone thinks heaven is right above. Actually, it's a little more to the left.
What's God like?
Nice. You should see his car. Oh, before I forget, Gladys says...
What?
Well, my wife never remarried after the divorce, and I never stopped loving her, Rose.
I see.
Now, Rose, I have to give this a shot. I really think I can make things work.
Oh, I hope you can, Ernie.
I know this is sudden, but it's something I really need to try.
Well, I understand.
Don't let this argument with Virginia stand in your way. Blanche, you're never going to feel complete until you get to say goodbye.
You don't understand, Dorothy. If I go to that funeral, he's dead.
Blanche, he is.
Look here, this is when I was crowned Azalea Queen. Wasn't I beautiful then?
Oh, yeah. And you still haven't lost.
The bags.
Where do you put your tips?
Who cares? What is going on here?
Obviously, there's some confusion. Sunny Meadows is a clothing optional resort.
You mean the nudist camp? Oh, well, we didn't know that.
Well, who made the reservation?
Catharticism. Of course, I'm not the type to kiss and catharterize.
I tell you, I am still stunned. I mean, I just can't get over that Stan is gone forever. I'm finally free.
Really?
Oh, and I feel great. As a matter of fact, No, I'm sorry, Mrs. Ferguson. No, I didn't happen to see Ed Sullivan last night, but I'm sure it was a good one. She's ready, God.
That bill is you, Fluffy. Now there was $1 million idea.
$1 million was a bargain for that idea.
That business was Sal's dream. Too bad it didn't work out.
Yeah, bad timing. Hey.
He reminds me of my old dog, Rusty.
Rose, please, Grace isn't feeling well. Can we skip the Rusty story today?
Okay, everybody, please take a seat. There's not much to explain.
Way.
99.
Ma, you lost 1 pound.
Thank you, Rene Descartes. I'm looking for advice, not arithmetic.
Ma, you cannot get upset over 1 pound.
Maybe you can't, I can. For 50 years, my weight hasn't changed by an ounce. And as far as I'm concerned...
Gomorrah, Rose. It was a very pleasant place over on Biscayne Bay.
I told you I didn't want to hear
And
about it.
I told you I didn't want to talk about it. Good night.
Good night.
Maybe I'll have something.
You doing here?
No, it's Lucy and Ted's baby. Ted had a little accident water skiing, and Lucy's taking him to the hospital.
Now we cannot have a baby in this house. My sister's coming.
Does she eat them?
I have cleaned this house from top to bottom. I have killed myself for 2 days now. Babies make a mess.
In diapers.
Pussycat, I've been working on some jokes for your act. Why did Rose throw the alarm clock out of the window?
I don't know, Ma. Why?
Because she's a moron.
Dorothy, what are you talking about?
Come on, Acapulco, the El Presidente. You're planning something big.
Well, yeah. I met this great-looking stewardess on the flight out here, and I asked her to go to Acapulco, and she could only go if I found a sitter for her 2 kids. Hey, I'd really appreciate it.
I just have to tell you all about it later.
I don't believe it. Neither do I. Imagine landing herself a doctor and she still wants to finish college.
That should give them something to talk about.
Oh, did you know that, Sophia? Wild guess.
Now, mine was Larry Raganetti. Oh, how I loved him. He was gorgeous. He left me for Cookie Kelly. She kissed with her mouth open.
Well, why didn't you kiss with your mouth open, Dorothy?
Are you?
Ma, Gloria is my sister. I'm Dorothy.
I know. There'll be other dates for Gloria. Yeah, I gotta agree with you, Mrs. Ferguson. Bobby Vinton is the king of rock and roll.
You know, Sophia, we shouldn't be doing this. Sarah's going to be here any minute.
Look, Marvin, I know you two are very close, but frankly, she's starting to get on my nerves.
Sophia, you mustn't speak about Sarah like
Oh,
that.
wake up, Marvin. The woman is a control freak. It's time you got rid of her.
No, don't say that.
She has no right to run your life. She's only your sister.
She's not my sister. She's my wife.
It's going to keep on smiling.
Rose, you're sick as a dog. How could you be so disgustingly cheerful?
It's my folks' medicine book. It has the most wonderful hot toddy recipe. Here, taste.
Rose, this stuff should have an octane rating.
Sal, what the hell are you doing here?
Hey, relax. I'm not really here. I'm just a Fig Newton of your imagination.
Oh, Sal, it's been so long, I forgot how much you used to like Norm Crosby.
So, how are things?
How are things?
So that all Americans are as dumb as Rose. That would rock the very foundation of our government, undermine our great leaders, and potentially topple our entire democracy.
Rocky IV had a profound effect on you, didn't it? Come on, we have to tell him the truth.
Hi, girls. You're the Pope! All my life I've been waiting for this.
Oh, okay, I won't disturb you.
Pussycat! Pussycat! I witnessed a miracle. The Pope came to the hospital and...
Fine. You were saying?
I don't know what I'm saying. All I know is I've waited all my life to find someone like Stan. That's my fiancé.
I know.
You do?
I feel. I feel.
No, you don't. See, I've never been married before, except to my career.
In town. Ma! Hey, some of Italy's finest sopranos were former mayors.
Hi, Rose. Don't. Look, Mr. Hastings, when I made those recommendations, I never intended for you to fire Mr. Terrific. I mean, I was merely
Darcy, the guy is history. His day is over. People don't want that kind of show anymore.
But the public loves
Yeah,
it.
that's his story. The numbers say different. I found him. Great. You got 2 minutes to air time.
I'm not going on.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm your father.
My father?
I can't believe it. This really is the hospital.
Ma, you have a hernia. Where'd you think I was taking you?
And they live in St. Olaf's?
Yes.
Oh, you must be very proud of them.
I am. So when was it you visited St. Olaf?
Oh, Lord, it must be 50 years ago now. I went to a wedding.
I guess I wasn't thinking.
That's your problem, Michael. You go through life not thinking. You go from town to town, job to job, obviously, relationship to relationship. Michael, you're 29 years old. When are you going to grow up and accept some responsibility?
Look, I'm sorry about what happened. And I'm sorry.
You know, you really have to give Max and Sophia credit. This business was their dream, and they're going after it. I just wish I'd done that with my dream.
Fine. Honey, would you check on the pizzas? One may be ready.
Well, why don't you want to hear about my dream?
Because it is all...
Maybe you're right. Somebody younger and as pretty.
Yeah, I think tonight may be the night I finally learned my lesson. No more dates for a long time.
You mean that?
I do.
Well, all right then. I'm with you. No more dates. Just looking at you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh.
Oh,
My butt's asleep.
We don't get much company. Look, that's my decision. Goodbye, company.
All right. I'll tell you what. I'll sweeten the pot. You let Kevin play this weekend, and I'll take you out Saturday night.
Twice. Oh, I see your point. Well, what about this? Miami is nice, so I'll say it thrice.
Right, who the hell says thrice?
It's a word.
So is interuterine.
My, sir, I do believe you're jealous.
You know, normally I hate it when people tweak my nose, but at least you're touching me. Look, are you seeing somebody else?
Sorry, I'm never going to be all the things you hoped I would be.
The only thing I want you to be, Michael, is happy. I just don't want you waking up one morning sorry for choices you made.
I appreciate that. But, Ma, I have to live my own life. And despite my flaws, I am basically...
I couldn't do that anymore.
Today's a special day. She makes it, it twirls around, and drops it, go all over. It's fun.
Well, what do you think of Maggie?
Does it matter?
Well, of course it does.
All right, then I'll be frank. I think she's a gold-digging hussy.
Concoctions.
Yes! It's called Gnerkenflirten cake. It's an ancient recipe, but I Americanized it.
Yeah, so one might say you brought Geflerkenerken into the 80s?
Yes, but I'm not one to blow my own vertebran. Change?
God, I hate that expression.
What is the big deal, Blanche? It's nothing. Look at it this way. You don't get cramps once a month. You don't go on eating binges once a month. You don't get crazy once a month.
You just grow a beard. 1958.
No, that's not it. I don't believe it. I'm dry. I got nothing.
It's okay, Mom.
No, it's not. I feel like Tommy Lasorda should be standing by the bed waving to the bullpen.
But don't let it bother you.
Well, I just can't leave you hanging. Terrible thing has happened. But when life does something like this to you, there are a couple of things you gotta remember. You got your health, right?
Yeah,
You can still walk, can't you?
that's true.
Great. Go get me a glass of water.
I'm sorry, I think I got my verbs mixed up.
Thanks a lot, lady. So what do you want?
I would like to pawn a few things.
Oh, you got a lot of things here.
Yeah. So, how much will you give me?
$100 for everything.
Oh.
But wait a minute.
I'll get it.
Hello? Hi, Walter. How are you?
Yeah, I feel like a caged animal in heat, too.
Walter, you naughty boy. Keep on talking.
Dorothy, I've been chatting with your boy Kessler. Give me another hour, I guarantee I'll have his secret figured out.
What secret?
You got cheese in your ears? I said, give me another hour.
Get away from me, you bloodhounds. I have nothing to say to you. Except this.
Hey, you know, these peas taste just like fresh, but you can't mix them with the mashed potatoes. They should have a tunnel running from the pea compartment to the mashed potato compartment.
Ma, what is Pop talking about? What should you tell me?
All right, all right. It's your 10th anniversary next month. Your father and I just...
It's a gift. Keep it. Marguerite, if you're trying to bribe me, there's no need. As far as I'm concerned, you have the job.
Fine with me.
Oh, me too. Can you start tomorrow?
I'll be here bright and early.
We'll see you then.
Right. You be sure and use that just like I told you now. Yes, ma'am. Bye. Bye now.
My favorite little girl.
I love you.
I love you too.
It ain't gonna worry me for long. It ain't gonna worry me for long.
I'll get up in the morning and I'll still be singing my song.
This part needs a little work. And then now here's the chorus. It ain't gonna worry me for long. It ain't gonna worry me for long. I'll get up in the morning and I'll still be singing my song.
No, Jimmy, open the door.
Dorothy, I'm so glad you came.
Of course I came. This is a big day for you.
It is. I can't live like this anymore.
Oh, I am so happy.
I am too. Hey, let's celebrate. Party time. The answer might...
Again.
I told you when he calls, take the message and throw it out. I'm back to my old self. Blanche Devereaux has returned.
Oh, boy, strike up the gland.
How rude. You think she'd feel sorry for me?
To tell you the truth, I don't feel sorry for you either. Well, you know, you always feel sorry for someone like that. But I wondered, what did she do to get herself into a fix like that? I thought, well, she must be lazy. Or she must be pretty stupid to let something like this happen to her. But the truth is, she's me.
Those are mine, Sophia.
Oh, well, let me put on my big surprise face.
Oh, I just wish there was something we could do for the poor thing.
There is. I want to sort...
An impressive body of knowledge. You said so yourself. How could I not be on?
All right, if you really want to know, Ms. Bornak, I'll tell you. On Jeopardy, we don't have any celebrity stars as contestants. Everyday citizens, those are our stars. Those are the people that our viewers care about.
Daughter.
I'm very proud of the job you're doing, Dorothy.
Hello. Just a minute. Mr. Allen on the phone.
Oh! Well, I wonder what he wants. He's never called me at home before.
And he's not calling you now either. It's for Dorothy.
I know if I had a problem, I'd want to confide in someone like me.
Well, ever since we became friends, there has been a great deal of tension between Blanche and Rose and me.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to infringe on your friendship.
Oh, no, it's not your fault. The problem is they feel left out. Hospital. I mean, what more could I want from a man? Get it out of the gutter, Blanche.
Dorothy.
Sweetheart, how was your day?
Well, my ulcer didn't flare up. I'm having dinner with you, so I guess it's perfect. All right.
Yeah. Hey, Kenny, what?
What are you doing?
What does it look like? I'm putting clam sauce in my suitcase.
Ma, I think they serve a snack on the flight.
You kill me.
taking all this food to Phil's?
Because the only time your brother's wife goes into the kitchen, it's to...
Dorothy, I'm getting tired of dating your mother.
I promise this is the last time this will ever happen.
Okay.
Coming, Ma.
Just one more thing.
What is it?
When we are through with dinner and she begins to pick her teeth...
I promise. I'll ask her to keep them in her mouth.
I'm shocked.
It was back in high school. I was dating the quarterback of the football team. All the major colleges were trying to recruit him. I was pretty sure he was leaning toward Notre Dame because he asked me how to spell it.
You know, Rose, I'm really enjoying this. You and I having a quiet cup of coffee together.
Make a down payment on a new TV and then pay the rest off on time.
Sounds good to me. Let's go tell everybody that the sale's over. You wait right there. I'll be right back. Rose? Yes, Lily.
Could you help me get to the sofa, please?
Oh, sure, honey. Here you go.
Say, it's time to play Grab That Dough. Hands on buzzers. Let's begin with our trivia lightning round. What famous Tennessee Williams play was recently made into a film by Paul Newman? Willard.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I made a fool of myself, didn't I?
Yes!
Awful, just awful.
Listen, if you don't want tonight to turn into a total disaster, you have to stop being so self-conscious.
Oh, well, you're right, of course. Dr. Newman is a guest in our home. If I'm self-conscious, he'll be ill at ease. I can't allow that.
Morning?
All right, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about Sophia. How is she?
No one has said a word to me in hours.
What? That's ridiculous. I'm going to find somebody right now. Excuse me. I want some information, and I want it now.
The John is down the hall. Sophia doesn't have a TV in her room.
I know.
Then after we finished talking, she'd always give me a piece of hard candy and a kiss goodnight.
I can't sleep. And what's worse, I went to Sophia's room for one of our...
Oh, nice to see you again. Come in. Dorothy, this is Sister Claire. She interviewed me last week about joining her order. Please, sit down.
Ma, you actually went to a convent? Why didn't I know that?
Because you're divorced. Technically, in the eyes of the church, you don't even exist.
Look, I'm sorry, Uncle Angelo. We had a fight.
I know, and I want to go to bed, so you two kids, please, make up.
Yeah, fine. We're made up.
Thank you. Good night, the sweet dreams.
Ever have, but she can handle it.
Well, there are just some things in there that might surprise her.
Oh, some deep, dark family secrets?
No, I just don't know how she's going to react.
Oh, boy, I'd love to put some surprises in my will. Like leaving a small remembrance to each of the men who has brought some special joy or together. Maybe with a VA loan, we get a nice little house in the country with a dog, a cat, a station wagon.
Aren't you talking like it's 1945? These aren't the best years of your life. These are the last years of your life.
I hate you. Anyway, I am... Oh, good, here they are. Come in, girls.
Hi, I'm Marlon. This is Jackie. We're from the...
Forget it. The only sights we're seeing is the empty parking lot behind the mall. I already showed him that.
Wait a minute, I have an idea. Blanche, you're free. Why don't you take Sven around?
I don't think I feel like sightseeing.
Oh, it might do you good, Blanche.
I know it'll do you good, and it's certainly a lot healthier than sitting here in the house.
Everybody loves him.
You sit right down here, Angelo. I got a surprise for you, Zabayoni, your favorite.
Sophia.
And that's the new batch.
Ma, get new glasses, all right? I mean, why must you always make such a big deal out of everything?
Who's making a big deal out of it? I'm not making a big deal out of it.
Hi.
Hi, Barbara.
We got a call down at the police station about some lost glasses.
Oh, good. You got my message. How many men you got on this?
Well, none, really. But I did check the station and no...
Sophia, you were just putting me on about those eels, right?
Please, in Sicily, it wouldn't be Christmas without a plate of eels. Eels and larks.
Larks? Well, honey, larks aren't eating birds, they're singing birds.
They don't sing long in Sicily.
Mental problem. The fact is, when you take an animal out of its natural environment, it's not uncommon for it to have a hard time adjusting to new surroundings.
Are you trying to tell us that that pig is dying of homesickness?
In a way, yes. My recommendation is to get him back to the farm. Once he's home, he should do a lot better.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry,
No,
Dorothy.
I'm the one who's sorry. I have to go talk to Blanche. I've been an idiot through this whole thing.
Darn right you have.
Her intentions are good, but this doesn't seem to be her calling. Oh, but this means so much to her. Oh, this would break her heart. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to ask her to leave. Mother Superior, with your permission, may I be the one to tell her? I mean, we've been through so much together, I'm sure that any bit of bad news would be
Is how to make a fist. Let's meet our lucky contestants. First on the green team, we have Dorothy Zbornak, an English teacher originally from Brooklyn, New York. She now lives in Miami with her mother, who will gladly pay anyone who will take her out for a date.
You think we'll stay like this always?
I think eventually we'll have to go to the bathroom.
And you'll love me always?
Always.
Because I won't always look like this, you know.
Honey, you don't look like you did 10 years ago, but that hasn't...
Blanche Devereaux? Yes, that Blanche Devereaux. And no, I did not. Absolutely not. I will tell it to a judge. I will yell it from the highest mountaintops. I will swear to it on a stack of Bibles. Now, did that sound like a liar?
No. It sounded like Jim and Tammy Faye on Nightline.
I hope he's taking you to a cold climate.
Good night. Thanks, ladies. It was a pleasure. Nice meeting you, Harry. Have fun.
The man is a scuzzball.
Ma, the four of us have lived together for a long time. Now, how can you just walk in here and announce that?
Okay, listen up. I've got man trouble, and I need advice from someone with experience.
I'll be happy to
I
help.
hear you're a tramp, Rose.
Mama was right. Word gets around fast.
You know, I've been dating this guy for a couple of days, and I really like him.
Why am I explaining this to anybody?
Who's Lenny?
Tall, red hair, loves tuna on whole wheat.
Let me ask you a better question. Why do we have his IOU for $2?
Well, he didn't have anything small. I couldn't buy your car. Oh, it's not my type. I want a car that says practical. Your car says available.
Well, just take off my personalized plates. Rose, I tell you what. Take the car for 2 weeks.
Oh.
Yeah, just try it. I haven't lost a thing. Why, the way you can tell a story, the way you twirled me around that dance floor, you'd think it was 30 years ago.
Oh, gosh, look at the time. I better go.
Oh, baloney. It's late now. In 10 minutes, it'll still be late. You just sit yourself down right there. Go on. That boy.
Ma, are you happy here?
Sure. I live in a palace. I got a maid. It's a dream come true.
Look, Ma, I want you to come home. I miss you.
We all miss you. Ma, we're your family and you belong with us. I have a slight hearing loss.
And get this, it's inherited. And it skips a generation. Skips a generation. Yahoo!
That is not true. You're just going to gloat about this, aren't you? This is nothing but a big victory for you. Look, I am not going to get a hearing aid, and that's all there is to it. Everybody, listen to this. Alex Trebek and the Jeopardy people are auditioning contestants in Miami. They're coming here. Jeopardy! Oh, it's my favorite show! Wowee!
Yes, Pussycat, Jeopardy is your favorite.
Blanche, don't you think it's time we cut the cake?
Oh, yes, I do, Rose. Who invited...
What do you think?
Oh, you look very pretty tonight.
Oh, not too pretty. I hope I have a date with Miles.
How is he dealing with the celibacy?
Well, he's doing fine. Although he does spend a lot of time at the batting cage.
Rose, listen, now you have a very critical date coming up.
Listen, sir, we don't want to give you any trouble here. You can have all our money.
No. I'm not here to rob anybody. I'm Santa's helper, for God's sakes. Give me a break.
What's this all about?
Well, I came here because I wanted...
That was very moving. I'm almost tempted to stay.
That was very inspirational, Mrs. Zabornak. And now, if you excuse me, I must catch up with Tojo.
Tojo, who?
Tojo!
You wear black, they think you're depressed. You wear red, they think you're angry.
You're wearing negligee, they think you want to sleep with them.
Why aren't you arrested more?
Anyway, Dr. Halpern is really working
To the spirit of things.
No, I'm not. How do you turn this thing off?
Well, I don't know. I never tried to turn it off.
What are you doing?
What does it look like? I'm putting crab sauce in my suitcase.
Ma, I think they serve a snack on the flight.
You kill me.
Ma, why are you taking all this food to Phil's?
Because the only time your brother's wife goes into the kitchen, it's to...
Oh, my God, there must be 2 weeks' worth of papers here.
Oh, now calm down, honey. This doesn't say dead. It says... Okay, let's get this over with.
Maybe we better think this over. We don't have any right to go breaking into somebody's home.
We're not breaking in. I have a key.
Realize what just happened.
Well, I know. I've been having a very good time, and there wasn't even a man in the room.
Do you think it was just a fluke, or do you think we could learn to like each other?
Well, I think it might take time, but I think it could be worth it.
Let's give it a shot.
Please!
I'm gay.
Which now?
Sophia. Well, Mrs. Claxton, how lovely to see you again.
Who are you?
I'm your neighbor, Blanche Devereaux.
Oh, yeah. I didn't recognize you with your clothes on.
I beg your pardon?
With my binoculars, I have a terrific view in your bedroom window.
We'll visit each other. It's just that we can't live together. Right?
What's going on?
Oh, we were just discussing going our separate ways.
Interesting.
You think that's what we should do?
I didn't say that.
Then you think we should stay together?
I didn't say that either.
Well, what do you think we should do?
So what do you think?
They're adorable.
They're perfect for the show.
Take 5. Go wait in the van. It's not professional to have them here while I'm negotiating.
Negotiating? Sophia, this show is for charity.
The word charity is not in a good agent's vocabulary.
Ma,
You know what, ladies? What do you say we take a rain check on the poetry reading?
I'd say no dice. Doesn't rain check mean we'd have to come back?
when she kids you like that, it means she likes you.
Well, I do have a few papers to grade, and I could use the time. So here.
It was a Nash, Ma.
Now that's a slut. Doggy, I don't know if you noticed, I'm all skin and bones. Oh, I shouldn't say bones. Now, where was...
Set sail for America. 500 people, filled with hope, singing, laughing, drinking. Actually, only the Irish were drinking. But I digress. Of course, on the second day, things took a turn for the worse. For the next month and a half, the storm-tossed seas made all room with nobody.
You know, Ma, it would be very nice if you could be a little supportive.
Please, I've always been supportive. Remember when you wanted to run away to Canada so you wouldn't get drafted?
No, that was my brother Phil.
Oh, yeah, I got confused. He was wearing your dress. What's the matter? You don't watch General Hospital? This place is a passion pit.
Any flowers for me today?
No.
Are you sure? Your name's Leonard.
I know your name. You ask me every day if I have flowers for you.
Lem?
Good night.
You know, we haven't slept together since I was a little girl.
Thank God.
I used to get into your bed whenever I had that dream about the... We moved to a new neighborhood. I was mad because he always made new friends more easily than I did. And I'm mad today because I never wanted to give the eulogy at my kid brother's funeral. I'm mad because he died. Affected your non-rolling meatball?
Hey, just because you have a chin doesn't mean you're Jay Leno.
Ooh, what smells so good in here besides me?
Lasagna alla Sofia. I made it for the Daughters of Italy cooking contest.
Around the set.
Come on, honey. We don't want to keep our dates waiting.
Wait, Blanche, honey, aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, no, I never wear underwear.
I mean my jewelry.
Oh, forget it. Why paint the peacock?
Your sister...
Whose hair do I wash next?
Mine.
I'm first. I'm the dirtiest.
Oh, God, you are gorgeous.
Yes, I know. I am Eduardo.
Oh, Eduardo, tonight is very important to us. We want... honey! Oh!
Hello, Princess.
Daddy.
Oh,
Oh, honey, so good to see you again.
You look wonderful.
I guess you have some pretty big news for us, huh, Kate?
Rose, why don't give them their privacy?
Queen, think about it in your room, Your Highness. I need to use the throne.
You're a wonderful plumber's assistant, Dorothy.
Don't you have a cousin you should be dating?
Wait a minute. I thought you said there weren't any trains until morning.
No more trains to Miami. That's the 9:20 to Sarasota.
I don't get to see very much.
So, if it's relatives you want, you should stay right here in Miami. Howard Johnson's does less business than this house has over the years.
That is true. We've all had our share of family showing up.
I think things are going very nicely.
Save it, Ma. I am going to tell Uncle Angelo the truth.
On the table was cheesecake. It was a cheesecake. Yeah. It's what it came to call best cheesecake scene.
The first show of the second season wasn't, and y'all were responsible, I'm so glad to say, it wasn't so funny as it needed to be.
I wrote that one.
Now, wait a minute. The one I'm talking about.
And the sex is no good if it isn't with someone you love.
Rose?
Oh, the very thought of it makes me feel dirty.
Rose?
Oh, gosh, she's right. I do feel dirty.
Well, don't worry, you'll get used to it.
Blanche, I'm going home, getting down on my knees and begging for forgiveness.
Virgins in St. Olaf, too. Every year, we'd go down to the lake, and they'd be flopping around on the dock. Oh, no, wait, that was the Festival of the Dancing Sturgeons.
What is wrong with you, woman? I feel like a virgin. Where do the noses go?
What do you say? You with me?
Of course.
Oh, great. Then how about a celebration? I'm having dinner with some new friends from the circus. Join me?
Might as well.
Weekend, but I'll check in with you on Monday. I love you too. Bye.
How is Big Daddy?
I think he's just missing me. He's a little blue. But when this festival is over, I'll fly up to Atlanta and spend a few days with him. Come on, darling, come on.
Look at this. Look at this. Here's a couple that's willing to pay $400 a night for a room. What was Vinny?
Well, he must have overheard everything. He's the one who blabbed your secret.
Then you never betrayed me?
Of course not. You're my sister.
Angela.
Sophia.
I don't believe this.
I think it's sweet.
Blanche's party. When it's done, I'd like you to take a look at it.
I'd be happy to, Mr. Allen.
Be happy to, Mr. Allen. My, Dorothy, aren't we licking boots a little early this morning?
I had a light breakfast. Here's your mail.
Why don't you just tell me what's in it? She was a frogman and swam right into the bulkhead. They put a metal plate in her head. Now she gets HBO through her eyeballs. Don't look at me like that. If Tyson has another fight, you may want to set her up in the rec hall.
This is all hard to believe.
If it's not true...
That's it. Very sweet.
It's just borrowing it, you know. I'll need it back.
Okay.
You can slip it to me right after the ceremony.
All right.
It's an antique.
Give it to me.
Dorothy, you're trembling. Are you that scared?
Yes. I'm just as queasy as I was at my first wedding, except...
Started feeling those awful stirrings and urgings. I was like a spring blooming peach bud just ripened to dewy fruition, waiting to be plucked by the first handsome man to come my way.
You were looking for some nookie.
Exactly.
Now, I know you're upset about the new baby, but we need for you to be a big girl. Your mother's had a rough week. First I'm called away, and then the baby's delivered by a cabbie.
Cesarean.
Now, I know you think Phil here's taking your place.
Believe me, he'd rather get it from me. He's been getting it from me all week.
What?
Patrick swore me to secrecy, but I've just got to tell someone. We're madly in love. We've been seeing each other ever since he got into town. Have a good show.
Would you tell us the truth about Bob Fredericks?
True. Absolutely true.
How about Howard Asher?
True.
Shoes I carved out of cheese.
My mother spread them on the tiny windmill you built out of Triscuits.
Mom, this is the best breakfast I've had in ages.
Me too, Dorothy. When we're alone, she feeds me lumpy oat.
And you fall into the arms of your valiant Galahad?
My Galahad was a balloon salesman named Sid.
Hey, who knew that sawed-off little gnome would outbid a Navy admiral and a fire chief and that jeweler who was a dead ringer for Mr. Richard Widmark?
Blanche, that was a year ago.
I don't need help. I'm a totally independent person.
I know.
I need $67 for the cab.
$67? Ma, this is crazy. The home is 15 minutes from here.
My cab driver is Cuban. He said there was an additional tax for a bilingual driver.
Boy, there is nothing more frustrating than waiting for one of these suckers to rise and it just won't. That's no reflection on you.
I know why you...
Even worse than that. They are tearing down the place where I spent my happiest moments as a child.
Oh, I'm sorry, Blanche. They're tearing down Boys Town.
Dorothy, they are tearing down...
Too. Anyway, when Harry really got lazy, Dad had to bring in Mr. Hoffenheisen to spread the seed. He did it in the most unusual way. He'd put on this really long rubber glove.
Dorothy, what the hell is going on here?
Revenge! It suddenly occurred to me, what if this was the ultimate practical joke? So I dragged it out of Jack, and the two of us cooked up this topper.
Oh, Jack, I can't believe you went along with this.
So I got in bed with Dorothy. It was a joke.
Dorothy, I just had a terrible nightmare.
Ma, what was it?
This. Break it up. Stanley, think of me as the Berlin Wall. Try to climb over me, and you'll know what barbed wire between your legs feels like. You know how relieved I was to find out the roof was leaking.
Oh, hi, Rose. Hey, the ceiling in your room leaking too?
No, Dorothy, I just finished milking the cow I keep in my closet. Gee, with only 3 hours sleep, I can be as bitchy as you.
Barry was the man that I wanted to be the first.
First where?
On Mars, Rose. My first lover.
Well, so what happened?
Stanley. That's what happened. Stanley. I went to a drive-in with Stanley.
Well, we aren't going to waste this day. We have to do something constructive.
Jeopardy is on in 15 minutes.
Sounds good to me. Let's go. I'll just slice up this cake and bring it in.
Sophia, don't you have to go back to work?
Please, I don't perform brain surgery. I give people directions to the cafeteria.
A pig. A duck. A horse. A pencil sharpener. Blanche, jump in. I'm drowning.
Sonia Klingenhofer is a comic strip.
And a darn good one, too. Well, good night.
Both of you come back here, or I'll be forced to follow you to your room.
At least an honorable mention.
I want you to know, going on this cruise changed my life. Being with Arnie made me realize that I can care for a man again without feeling guilty about it. Oh, it's a nice feeling, you know, that when one part of your life is over, another part can begin. Now I'm really...
This is such a warm, wonderful moment.
Oh, I just wish I spoke Italian so I'd know what they were saying.
A woman who's done something with her life.
Well, Dorothy, I'd like to help, but... I can't go out with him on such short notice.
I meant done something with her life standing up. I'm talking about me.
How long have they been gone?
Over 4 hours.
You don't think anything happened to them?
No. I think they probably just stopped to rest.
Yeah, or maybe they're looking for something to carry the water.
The New World?
Hey, anybody can say Baltimore. There's an author telling these stories.
Sorry.
Where was I?
Departing for the New World.
Oh, right. Anyway, the price of steerage turns out to be 900,000 lira. Or approximately $1.25.
This is bad. A recurring dream. Night after night, I had this awful dream that I was trapped in an enclosed space full of men.
Now, what could that mean? Let's give this a second.
Now, wait a minute. There's more to it.
Decorations in Macy's window, the show at Radio City, skaters on the ice at Mitsubishi Center.
In the old days, days on Christmas Eve, we used to go to midnight mass. Remember, Dorothy?
Sure I do. Oh, Ma, the music.
It in him. Offering to make him dinner just made you look too easy. Please, black underwear and pasties couldn't make me look easy.
Oh, Barbara,
Hello.
please, come in.
Oh, hello.
These are my friends. That's Black.
Here we go, Dorothy. 2 bowls of Sophia's homemade remedy.
Oh, Rose, this isn't going to work. We have the flu.
Well, we have to at least give it a try. Today's the big game. We can't let those kids down.
Ooh, what is in this? Ma, all I want us to do is go away together, just the 2 of us. Ma, we'll go anywhere you want to go.
Great, I want to go to Disney World.
Then that's where we're going.
Oh? All of a sudden you're going to take me after I've been asking for years?
That's right.
Leave your shoe sizes. Let me know whether you want your moccasins in brown or black.
Oh, thank goodness we're home. That's the worst trip I've ever been on.
Blanche, how can you say that?
How can she say that? We lost our luggage. We slept in a hotel lobby. Our purses were stolen.
We won Zippo on the game show.
But we still have our friendship we made up on the
Not a life. You know what I call my pillow? Sal. Sometimes I hug it, sometimes it lays there like a big lump, just like your father. That's how I keep him alive.
It's lovely, Ma.
You know what I call my other pillow? Dino. But what's wrong with a mother wanting to hold her child? Dorothy, do this for me. Sit on my lap.
Well, if you're sure, Oh, Ma, you going to the ballroom again?
No, I was thinking of wearing this when I die. What do you think?
My business. I will have you know that before you came to work here, honey, everything was my business. Now show me that paper.
I'm sorry, Blanche, I can't.
I knew you'd been hiding something. You no good, backstabbing Jezebel. I demand you show me that paper.
I'm sorry, flattery won't work.
Surely, Rose, you have heard of women shaving above the knee.
Get out of here! Rose, you say that one more time and we will.
I never heard of anything like that before. When men see that you shave your legs above the knee, what does that say to them?
Hopefully.